Oh, just grab my coffee, cheeky coffee. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. There's the day gone. How are you doing, guys? Look at my hand. Look at my hand after writing all your messages in the new book. And that's my good hand. Like, come on, wake up. Anyway, guys, you'll be glad to know that today all your books have been sent out with your personal messages. So thanks, guys. Thanks so much. It's been a pleasure. It really has. Yeah, I've been rubbing this oil on today. Perfect, actually. And the reason why I'll share with you in a minute. Today's a great day, guys, for me because after long last, I've now added to the collection of pure energy healing oils one more to the collection. This is the second final oil. One more after this and it's complete. That's the whole 8 oils that I dreamed of many years ago. I first started with one oil, which is right at the back, which is healing oil. Then I went from healing oil to a really beautiful oil, which was for cleansing. And then the next oil, which was for abundance, and then so on. It's like manifested into as exactly as they should be. I'm not so sure if anybody else does this in the world, because I'm not so somebody who looks and checks other people's works. It's not important to me. What was important to me is what oils I needed for a working healer. And I was a working healer, so I needed a bunch of really good oils that would awaken, that would penetrate, that would energize, that would do all those amazing things: cleanse, clear, bring in abundance, heal at many different levels. And they're my working tools. So I've always worked with oils and they've always helped tremendously over the years. So today's a great day because one of the oils that I wanted to work with was slightly different from the rest of the oils. And the difference is the energy of this oil. And it was inevitable. It was always going to be a certain essential oil that I was going to use. And it is the essential oil which is of the 1.9 million views on, as you can see behind, the lemon. And the lemon is truly one of Mother Nature's greatest powerful healers in this world, without a doubt. And it's been suppressed, it really has, but it's coming to light now. People are realizing how powerful lemon is. And, you know, from digesting the lemon, we heal our body in so many levels, and the great Don Tolman talks about lemon, and I would suggest you would go. And it's funny that I talked about the lemon on a spiritual level and how it can help at least show us negative energy in a room, how it digests negative energy and shows itself with when it goes off. You can see it's like, wow, that's really digested. I mean, it is a very special fruit, without a doubt. But when you take the essence of it and use it, when you smell a lemon, you'll be surprised what that lemon does. So it was going to be inevitable that would be what I would use in my new oil. And my new oil is out today, guys. It's here. It's taken a while, but I'm now ready. So I'll go through it in a second, but there you go. Here it is. Can you see what it's called? It's called energizing oil. And the reason why it's called energizing oil is because of the 13 parts of the world where I purchased and hunted for essential oil of the beautiful lemon. 13 is a lucky number, by the way, guys. Really, really amazing oil, uplifting. And this is added to my collection of oils that I would use on clients when I needed to see what's going on with my client. What does my client need? So you would ask, okay, Mark, so you've got these 12 essential oils that you use and you've put together in this beautiful jar. What is it? What does it do? Why is it so special? Well, first of all, you know that I work with these oils which are pure energy healing oils, and every time I begin a new process of making a oil, it has to start with the original oil to begin with. And the original oil is the healing oil at the back. So I use that oil to begin with as the base oil, as the foundation, because it's 15 years old that I've worked with. Plus, when I first took my first jar of oil from my first mentor, who was a Wiccan high priestess, that was 40, 50 years old, she told me. So we've got almost 65 years of energy, of power and healing essence inside that oil to begin with. So each of my oils have that, the sacred oil, the awakening oil, all of them. So now I have to add certain crystals that feel right to me, that is going to energize on that level. So I take my time and I hunt for crystals that I know are going to work on an energetic level. And of course I then put them into the jar after I've worked with them on my clients. So whenever I have a client, say, who, let's say one of my clients has basically fatigue, or let's say they're burnt out, or they may have depression, or they feel lifeless, like there's nothing left, they've got no motivation, nothing like that. That's fine. Here we go. We take a crystal and we lay the crystals on that particular client, and we work to bring forward the energy that that client needs to heal from that very suffering and those blocks. Once that client gets up and feels amazing and back to normal again, I know that within their energy and within the energy of the universe or spirit, whatever you believe, whatever's happened is now in the memory of the crystal. So when I finished, I now know that that energized, beautiful energy which the client has is now inside the crystal. And therefore, when I'm happy with the crystal, it then goes into the oil, the energizing oil. Do you see how it works? That's what makes it pure energy healing oil. Because initially, the work has been done through spirit, through the energy around us, which is focused energy specifically for what I believe is important to go into the oil. So once that's done and I've put all the crystals in, and I start now adding the oils from these 13 different countries, and I start putting the essential oil in there of the lemon, I start then working with the base oil, and slowly but surely as you work through the days, you place your hands on the oils, and they're very clean now, so I've cleaned them. But normally I'd put my hands over the jar and place that very same energy into the oil as I would through my clients, and all the kind of things that when you're feeling happy, you're feeling energized, you're feeling like you've just passed your test, you feel energized and happy. Well, they're the moments when I run over and put my hands on certain oils or whatever I'm feeling, what needs to be placed into a certain oil. So then they become more and more energized, more and more pure energy gets into them. They become stronger, more powerful, until the day when I'm ready. And when I believe, I feel right, this is ready, I start working with this oil and see if it works. So like the last course we did, I was asking people, please smell it, please try it, see how it feels. And in the morning, sure enough, they would go to this oil and breathe it in and place it on certain points, and they'd say, this is really good, this is really energizing. So that's basically how I create an oil. From maybe it may take 10 years, it may take 6 months, 8 months, 12 months, depending on not just the thought of making it, but now how to create it, where to get the right correct things. So it's a labor of love. It takes time, and you can see that this is it. This is the jar, and it's precious. It's precious to me. Every single jar that I have here is precious. It's a work in progress all the time, and they never run out. They never run out, because when they get to about here, any of the jars, then I begin the work again. I put a few more fresh crystals in after working with them. I put the base oil in, which is now grapeseed, And I work with that and then refresh it up with the 13 oils from around the world, and so on with the other oils. So the energy of memory of the crystal is always there, and I'm adding to it all the time. So it's always a progress. It never falters. It always stays or gets stronger because the energy is always being refreshed into the oil. So it's beautiful. So that's it, guys. What is energizing oil? Why did I decide to make energizing oil? Well, out of all my oils, they were all very spiritual, very powerful, more awakening, more sacred, more healing, more cleansing. But this is slightly different. This is more about to bring your energy up to a level of where you feel stronger, you feel more confident, you feel more like you're ready to do something. So some of the things let me say this first of all. If I'm feeling a bit low, and it's not negative energy, I just feel a bit lower, I just want to feel uplifted and I want to feel a bit energized, this is the oil. This is what I would use. If a client, like I said to you before, has come to me and let's say that they want to feel inspired, they want to write a book, they want to start a new project, they want to heal themselves from, negative thoughts. They want to have more positivity in their life. They want to feel happy. They want to feel more joyful. Energizing oil is exactly for that. So it's slightly different from the other oils. It's not as spiritual as the other oils, but it is very, very much a happiness oil. And I was at one point thinking about calling it happiness, because that's what I believe this does. But energizing is really the word that I would use. So I'm going to tell you how it's helped some of the people, okay? Because I've written certain things down after using this oil, like a science-based study. I checked it out. I passed the oils to people and let them try them and listen to what they said. Some of the things that really touched me was what I wrote down here. Believe it or not, it's a bit of a contradiction, this, but it helped a lot of people with hectic and busy lives. So it not only energizes you, but brings the balance to being over hectic and rushing. It brings a more balance into that life of yours when you're rushing. So it brings focus, and that's really important to know. It brings focus. Everybody keeps telling me it feels like it's a very high vibration, meaning that they feel uplifted and they feel on a happiness level. They feel uplifted, high vibration. That's all I keep saying. If you have a dip in energy through the day, rub some on your hands, breathe it through your nose, put it on the back of your neck. Another one where I think is great as well for this oil, believe it or not, is under the feet, okay? The ball of your feet or underneath your feet. Brilliant for that as well. These points, pulse points here, just here, that's another good place. And also from your heart, round your heart, fantastic for that as well. A lot of people who are doing projects at the moment are saying that this oil is really helping them. So it's great for projects. The other thing which was good as well, I gave a couple of bottles to a friend of mine who is now studying. They said that through the time when they were struggling and they were exhausted, they rubbed the oil on and it lifted them back up. So great for studying or writing a book or projects where you're working in your mind. Brilliant for that. A couple of people have messaged me and said their negative, depressed thoughts seem to be a lot less, which is great. So this is really good for any low negative thoughts that you may have. Great for that. It clears it away. And ultimately, this is one of the biggest things most people said about this oil. It brings joy and happiness into my life. So that's a great thing. A lot of people, I've asked people to rub it where they feel that they should rub it, because I'm wanting them to give me feedback. A lot of people have been saying they're rubbing it on the bottom of their feet, so that is a natural thing that people are doing. I never told them to do that. And lots of people have been doing that. Lots of people have been breathing it through the nose and rubbing it on their nose, around their nose, side of the temples as well. Nobody's actually rubbed some on their third eye, which makes sense. It's not really that kind of oil that is awakening, but it's energizing. A lot of people are also rubbing it on their chest. So yeah, all makes sense. So I'm really, really happy with the latest oil, and I hope you are. It's this is not the same price as the other oils, because this is an affordable oil. Yes, I bought them from different parts of the world, but lemon oil is far more accessible and not like the others. So I could keep the price down to the same as my 3 bottles, and of course it's free delivery, so yeah, you understand. So that's great, I'm really happy. It's not really about adding 1 or 2 or 3 drops. You know, if you're going to just breathe it in, I would just use 1 drop, breathe in. Can you use it on your crystals? I've been using it on my crystals, so I just take a single drop, and it's worked really well, especially if I'm working in the energy of uplifting work. Okay, so I take 1 little bit here and rub it onto my Moldavite and Herkimer, and just rub it on and just hold it in my hands, and you know, you can even smell it just goes straight inside. It clears so much away instantly. It's incredible, it really is. So I'm really pleased with this oil, I really am. It is a beautiful oil, and I'm so happy that I channeled this this very oil for you today, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. And give me your feedback, guys. And that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. I feel really good. Really good. Okay guys, it's 17 minutes. I think I've talked enough about this oil. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you work with it. Give me your feedback once you've got it, and then let me know. You know, I'm looking through this window and I'm looking at a woman's eye here. You can't see it, but just there, I just saw a woman's face, eye. It's incredible. The tree from this angle, as I'm looking at it, it looks like a nouveau face, and she's covered here, and I can see her eye and her eyebrow. It's beautiful. It's funny how we start to see things when we're energized. We see things more. And I think I didn't want to talk about it too much, but I want your feedback when you've worked with this oil to see how it's helped you. Have you seen more? Are you inspired more? Do you see your signs more? Are you starting to use your higher self, in the sense of the working mind that works in a very balanced way? Because a lot of my clients who came, who were feeling the need for a healing session, but there was nothing spiritually or emotionally wrong, only that their body was burned out, that they were being lifted back up, and they were seeing things and new ideas, new thoughts, new feelings, which were inspiring, which were positive. And that's really what I wanted. That's how I wanted this oil to be. Energizing doesn't mean that you just feel better, but it actually brings you to a really, really good place where you feel balanced and you're able to work at your highest form without feeling burnt out. When you're really attuned to your work and you're working, whether it's you're working in an office, whether you're, whatever it is, you want to be your higher self. You want to be at your most sharpest. That is why I made these oils. So when I work with my clients, when they come here for a healing session, when we have the Pure Energy Healing Academy course, which is next week, I'll be looking at my clients and watching them and seeing what they need. And now I have this next oil, which is perfect, which I needed as part of my healing oils. So that's why I created it. I didn't create it to sell. I created it for me. Once I create that for me, other people wanted the oils and said, that's amazing. And thus I create oils, and they now go out to people all over the world. Sacred oil is definitely number 1. Number 2 is Moldavite oil. Number 3 is the awakening oil, and so on. So the oils just fly out all the time, and your messages are inspiring. Your messages tell me everything that I need to know. In the next few days, I'm hoping to have somebody here as a guest speaker with me, and we're going to have a chat. And I don't know if I ever told you, but there was an ingredient with my sacred oil that I needed, and that ingredient was the feminine. And you're going to be introduced to the feminine who worked with me on the sacred oil to make that oil what it needed, what we needed inside that. So I'm going to hopefully introduce you to this beautiful soul, and that should be interesting. But until then, I hope you enjoy this brand new, beautiful, exciting, and amazing energizing oil. I hope you love it as much as me. Okay, guys, have a lovely day. Take care of yourself, and I guess I better get cracking with the book signing and the messages in the books. Still got a long way to go, but you know, we're getting there. We really are. All of the books that needed to be sent off have been sent off, and all the new orders that's just come in a few hours ago, I'm going to crack on with that now, guys. Okay, so if you ordered yesterday and through the night, they've already gone. All of those that came in this morning and up till now 3 o'clock, I'm going to start cracking on and doing the work. So a labor of love. Take care, guys. Have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope the oil serves you well, as all the other oils have hopefully have served you well. Take care, guys. Thanks for not just supporting me, but thank you for believing in my work. I really mean that. Thank you for believing in the work that I do, and knowing that I am a pure energy healer who has put the time and effort in, and I have studied and practiced the art of oils and worked with them. You know, I know what works. I know for the certain reasons. So through that very work comes the not just the experience, but the knowledge. And I hope you understand that. So have a great day, guys, from my heart to yours. Take care.